Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Magic. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. So today's new daily is to kill 15 of your opponent's creatures. We're going to do our best, and I know, yes, I could click to swap this to something else, but it kind of works with the deck I'm going to run today. That being a mono black. I didn't apply like mono black aggro or something like that to this because essentially this is just every mono black deck that you're going to see typically. I've just never really put one together because I never took the time to actually like craft Unholy Annex and Ritual Chamber. But now I have, so let's give it a shot. Anyway, cut down, Duress, kind of expected in a mono black. 2 copies of Intimidation Tactics, which is another form of removal, or another form of forcing your opponent to discard something. But, you choose an artifact or creature. Very nice. Anoint with Affliction. Go for the throat again. Basic removal. Deep-Cavern Bat and Caustic Bronco. Again, I feel like those need no real introduction. Caustic Bronco is kind of nice because if we do saddle it, we do have some pretty expensive stuff to deal that'll deal damage to our opponent, 4 or 5. I assume Ritual Chamber is the one it'll ping off of, so 5 there, but 3 or 5 either way. Preacher of the Schism is just a really good mono black. Qarsi Revenant is good for for blocking flying creatures, and it's just a decent card, all things considered. Archfiend of the Dross, Sheoldred the Apocalypse, again, exactly what you'd expect, especially running Unholy Annex for Archfiend. Gix's command, just a single copy of this for some higher end removal. Destroy each creature with power 2 or less. That can be very nice to deal if you're dealing with an opponent that is running a lot of tokens. Return up to 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Less useful, but not bad. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 creature. It gains lifelink until end of turn. That's okay. That would be better if this were an instant, but that'd make this card way too powerful. And that each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. Typically, you're going to be using that and destroy each creature with power 2 or less. Though that does hit some of our creatures, so you have to think about that. Mainly, obviously, just Caustic Bronco and Deep-Cavern Bat. But something to be aware of. We are also running 4 copies of Soulstone Sanctuary because when you turn this into a creature, it has all creature types, which means it's a demon. So that works with Unholy Annex. Anyway, we're going to give it a shot. The only mono black deck I've had for a long time was the kind of the mono black critter. This should be like mono black critters because it's of what it is. So why not, right? Mono black is one that I've not played around with all that much, so I'm willing to give it a shot. I really should look into also a mono black, specifically a mono black discard. Yeah, we'll keep this because I have a decent amount of removal here, so I'll hold on to it. Just gonna go ahead and get rid of that. What does this one do? Creatures you control die. Alright. Okay, Braid, Rakdos, 2 Braids. Okay. So since that's all that they have, I can't play Deep-Cavern Bat, they just kill it on this turn. It would have forced their hand, but still. I can play Preacher of the Schism and be fine with that. Force them to use both of their Braids if they want to do that. Or they could have just a kill spell. They are running some black mana here. It would have to be whatever this card is, though, unless they do want to use both the Braids. If that's the case, more power to you, I guess. Alright. I want to see what their hand is. Another nice little feature of Deep-Cavern Bat is I get to see what your hand is no matter if you kill it now or later. 2 Abrades and the Rakdos Guild. Okay. Are they gonna boost that? Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, target player mills 2. Okay. They chose not to do that, but okay. So they played their guild hall, or guild gate, meaning... Alright. I'm surprised they haven't gotten rid of Deep-Cavern Bat. Maybe they're wanting to save that Abrade for something else, something more important. But... Rotten Mouth. Joy. That's too bad. Holding onto that swamp so that I can get rid of it if need be. Another stadium headliner. Oh, they're just gonna sacrifice it? I wonder, can I get this off? No, they still have mana, so they can just sacrifice it. Not what I needed. Again, not what I needed. All I need is another go for the throat. That's all I need. Well, if I don't pull what I need, that's game over. And well, no, see, I'd have to end up sacrificing a lot of stuff, so ultimately it doesn't matter. Because I could send this out with the the demon to act as a blocker, but then I would still have to get rid of everything else I have. So no, ultimately, it doesn't matter. Yeah, ultimately, there's nothing I can do there. That was going really well until they got the Rotten Mouth out. Too bad. Too bad. I like this. Got some good removal here. None of that now. This town ain't big enough. Case of the stashed skeleton. I'd rather than not have this town ain't big enough. Because I can also just kill that. Yes, I do know that activates their ability, which I probably definitely should have waited on. Definitely should have waited on that kill, but it's fine. most likely a way to kill Sheoldred, I would assume. Yep. No need to attack. I guess, yeah, that does work because a token doesn't have a mana value. I would have always thought it had a mana value of 5 because it took 5 mana to get it, but no, it's a token. So it technically has a mana value of 0. Is what it is. I'll just go ahead and open this. Alright. Rude. Alright, we'll take it. Kind of just a bit of a back and forth there, ultimately. Ended in our win. I will take it. I will take it. But I do believe that that is where I'm going to wrap up the matches for today, since we are at 13 minutes. Ultimately, I think the deck performed about as well as you'd expect. That first match, I don't know. I don't think I got, yeah, I didn't get enough removal. Rotten Mouth can be very difficult to deal with if you can't get rid of it very quickly. I guess I probably was a little too hasty with some of my removal, but ultimately, yeah, that's just how it goes. The second match, well, I'm just, it went the way it went, and I'm happy for it. So, let us see what we can do. We got some packs to open. Let's do that real quick. Aether Drift. Oh, Earth Rumbler is a new uncommon. Alright, I'll take it. And we take that every day. Every day I take that. Thank you very much. Alright, Dragonstorm. What you got? Nothing new in the commons and uncommons. What about just Quarry Mountain Monastery, a land? I'll take it. I don't really see myself playing this, ever really using this, but maybe there's a deck out there somewhere that uses it. Either way, that, my friends, is going to do it. So, if you happen to enjoy this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, don't forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you all next time.